It's comparison time. These are going to be my personal preferences, not really a review. There's a lot of great reviews out there on these radios already, so I'm just going to give you my thoughts, what I do and don't like about all these, and yeah, hopefully that'll help some of you guys out. So let's get into this so this video isn't wicked long. Tango 2 has been my radio for over a year now. It's a really great radio. Fit and finish is great. The gimbals feel good. I have the Pro version, so the sticks fold in, so you can just toss it in the bag like that, which is really, really nice. I like that a lot. Let's get that in shot there. I like the buttons for arming and beeper and that kind of thing. It's just really clean, feels natural in the hand. The three position switches are done well. They're easy to use, feel natural as well. Yeah, overall, great radio. TBS, their support is really good, so there's never anything to worry about there. It's compact. Again, throwing it in the bag is a real big bonus for me, at least. Yeah, really the only, like, there's no major cons about this at all. Unless you want to fly planes or wings, you got no trims. So there's that. But, I mean, for 99% of us, that isn't much of a factor. So, yeah, let's move on to the T-Pro. Been flying this one for the last, or using this one for the last 2 weeks. The radio doesn't fly, obviously. Just been using it in the simulator as the weather's been horrible and cold, and I don't like cold. So there's 18650s in here, good. Their buttons on the top, mostly good. I mean, you can set this up in Edge TX or OpenTX, whichever one you're using, and it's fine to use as an arming or double arming. That's all fine. Like, ideally though, this should click in like the Tango 2 in my mind, at least. The other thing is these three position switches on the top don't feel natural to my hands. Like, they want to click down easier, but whatever. That's, I mean, I got stubby little fingers. Look at that little thumb. And giant palms. So I don't understand my hands, but whatever. They are what they are. Yeah, the feel of it is pretty good. The fit and finish, not amazing, but like no glaring, nothing jumps out at me as like, oh, deal breaker. So yeah, flying this for 2 weeks, gimbals felt fine to me, no issues there. Just trying to get my feet wet with Express LRS. Then the Zorro showed up, and that changed a bunch of things. So we'll get into that a little bit. Again, gotta go fast here. I love how they did the Nano Bay module. If you want to throw like a Crossfire module on here, 3 screws, plug it in, done. It's set up. Easy. Here's the heatsink for the Express LRS, and I found that even on 25 milliwatt, that this gets pretty warm after a while. So if you are running higher stuff like 1 watt, oh, that's another Pro. This one, you know, claims to do up to 1 watt. But I'm just wondering how hot this is going to get and how it'll actually handle those higher amounts. I haven't been able to test that yet, so again, this isn't an in-depth review. There's a lot of those out there already. One other thing, these stupid scroll wheels. Does anyone use them other than a few of the wing guys among us? The Zorro has them. T-Pro has them. Tango 2 does not. Awesome. Thank you, Tango 2. So, I don't know. I feel like you can just use this real estate where your fingers rest so naturally for something that's actually going to be used. So, that being said, if I'm like pinching or thumbing, those scroll wheels don't affect me too terribly much. They don't, like, I don't feel like I'm slipping on them. The Zorro, I kind of do get that feeling, but we'll get into that a bit later. Yeah, this one's the cheapest out of the three. I think I said the price already, 120 bucks Canadian. That includes the case, so that's a good part of that as well. You get a lot of radio for a little bit of money. The other thing, the thickness. You see how the gimbal is kind of just offset upwards here? Even though I have the stock sticks as low as they'll go, I still feel like they're a little bit too high for these stubby little thumbs. But if you're pinching, probably not an issue at all. And if, like, even thumbing, like, you can get used to that and it's fine. But I would have liked to see them just drop that down a bit. I'm sure they have their reasons. It probably like interferes with the batteries or something. But yeah, just something to keep in mind. Again, I have stubby little thumbs, so it probably affects me more than the rest of you. So I think I kind of covered everything I wanted to cover on the T-Pro. Yeah, so the Zorro. First off, the second I pick this thing up and move the gimbals around, wow. They feel so incredibly good. And the thing is, like, I thought those felt just fine. I've never had an issue with these. They feel good to me as well. But then there's these, and I'm like, oh my goodness, that's wonderful. And I think it's the center, just the way they move for that center detent, that's really smooth. And just the overall movement is really smooth as well. So amazing gimbals. I really like them. This one is coming in at $133 Canadian again, but that does not include the case. So there is more of a price difference between these two than you would think at face value, at least. Fit and finish is really good on this. I like how you can just quickly pop off the back to swap out the batteries, which is nice. 18350 batteries. Again, I know everyone's gone over that. We'll see how much of an issue that is. It is super easy to charge. Like, there's USB charging, or you can just plug in a 2-cell here and run it off of that as well. So I feel like it will be not as much of an issue as some people make it out to be. But again, we'll find out. We'll see what happens. If someone wants to make an amazing product, take this cover, remake the thingy with an 18650 pack built into it. So whenever you want to add extra battery life, you lock in your pack, you plug it in, done. I think that'd be cool. Maybe not. Maybe it'd be stupid, but someone do it. Let's find out. Trim switches, if you want to fly wings, planes. It has switches up top instead of buttons. And I must say, like, for me, the way I was holding it when I've been using simming, it doesn't feel natural for the arming and disarming. I've been trying like different switches, but I mean, it's fine. It's not a huge issue, but I do prefer the button on the Tango 2. Scroll wheels, I don't like them. They're in my way. I feel like I'm always slipping on the radio. They have no function, no purpose. Most of us don't use them. Yeah, again, fit and finish is really good. It feels good in the hand. This material here feels really nice. So 10 out of 10 on that. So just 250 milliwatt express LRS built in. For 99% of us, that should be more than enough. But something to factor in. And the other thing is, obviously this is built with Crossfire inside. These two are Express LRS. It really depends what you're wanting to use. You can add nano modules to all of these. So there's 100 different ways you can spin it. Personally, I just really hate hanging something off the back of a radio. I know I just said the 18650 thing, but I feel like that can be an exception to add some battery life. But yeah, there's a million different little nuance scenarios here. Radiomaster does really good with like upgraded parts in the future. Like maybe we'll see some AG01 gimbals, even though like these feel really good. Who knows what we'll all see in the future on the Zorro. It seems like they're really heavily invested and there's a lot of people using them, so should be Should be lots of support for this. Parts are always available, each individual part. Radiomaster has a really, really good reputation, just like TBS. And Jumper, not so much. Like, they can, there's room to improve, that's for sure. I think I basically have covered everything I want to cover, so which one should you buy? I don't know, any one of them. There's a place for, there's a justification for each one of these radios. Each one has benefits, each one has cons. Ideally, if I could mush all of this together into a single radio, I would say you take the Zorro, you swap out switches for buttons, you get rid of sliders, you add 18650s, and then I'm basically happy, but that's not a radio, so I don't know. I'm gonna definitely be giving the Zorro a lot more stick time. So yeah, hopefully that helps you guys out. These are all available over at rotorvillage.ca. And have a good one, guys. As an added bonus, the T-Light is crap. Don't buy it. I don't know why people... No.